found your name inside the dust upon my dashboard today. Not written there by either of us, just something in the gray that made me think of summer roads and windows halfway down, the way we used to chase the sunset out of every little town. We thought the world was waiting with its arms held open wide, and every wrong turn felt like proof that we were still alive. You put your feet up on the seat and sing the words all wrong, and somehow every empty highway felt like home inside a song. Now I drive those roads alone sometimes, not looking for a sign, just learning that the view can still be beautiful and mine. The sky is still the same blue sky, the ocean still turns gold, and not every precious memory has to keep me in the old. But when the evening settles and the headlights fill the lane, there's a part of me that wonders if you ever feel the same. We were sparks on the water, gone before we touched the shore, bright enough to light a lifetime, never meant for something more. And I held on to the shimmer till it cut me like a flame. Now I watch the river carry all the pieces of your name. We were sparks on the water, beautiful and hard to hold. I don't need to stop remembering, to stop waiting in the cold. I heard somebody say that time is just a thief with better manners. It takes the things you love away and leaves you old reminders. A birthday on a calendar, a jacket in a drawer, the kind of tiny details that can stop you at the door. I used to hate those moments, used to wish they disappear, like losing every trace of you would make the future clear. But now I think the heart collects the things it can't explain and stores them like old letters that don't need to be read again. I met your friend last weekend at a crowded little bar. They said you'd moved to somewhere with a garden and a car. I smiled and said I'm happy, and this time I meant it too. It felt like closing one small window and seeing something new. Maybe love is not a promise that the feeling will remain. Maybe love is just a season that can leave without a name. We were sparks on the water, gone before we touched the shore, bright enough to light a lifetime, never meant for something more. And I held on to the shimmer till it cut me like a flame. Now I watch the river carry all the pieces of your cold. Tonight I bought a bottle of the wine we used to share, and changed my mind and chose another just to see what happened there. It sounds like such a small thing, but I raised my glass and knew there are 1,000 ways of living that don't have to lead to you. I'm learning how to make decisions without hearing what you'd say, to wear the shirt you didn't like and take the longer way, to fill the quiet spaces with the things I never tried, and find a little happiness that doesn't need to hide. There's someone playing music from an apartment down the street, a melody I've never heard, imperfect and complete. I stand out on the balcony Every ending leaves a door to another day. We were sparks on the water, gone before we touched the shore. Bright enough to light a lifetime, never meant for something more. And I held on to the shimmer till it cut me like a flame. Now I watch the river carry all the pieces of your name. We were sparks on the water, beautiful and hard to hold. I don't need to stop remembering, to stop waiting in the cold. If I could go back to the night we knew the end was near, I wouldn't try to make you stay or drown you in my fear. I hold your hand for one more minute, let the silence tell the truth, and thank the two of us for trying with the hearts we had in youth. Because not every broken story needs a villain at the end. Sometimes people lose the rhythm, sometimes lovers can't be friends, and sometimes after